Okay, so there's a movement going on in the United States, and it started with one voice and a message, and soon it became many voices and many messages. And then it spread. It spread from Wall Street to Philadelphia to Boston to Austin, and then it went globally. And what happened was it left the people at home wondering what the message was. In walks Occupationalist. So, since the movement began, there became an outlet for expression of this hopelessness that people felt around the world. They started voicing their opinions with signs and protests and decencies. Those big sheets of paper that say, "I'm the 99%, they hold them up across their face. So we wanted to build a platform, a voice for this 99%. But we found that there was a problem. We went online and we looked for information about what was going on, and we found that there was a problem with lack of transparency and lack of coverage. So we decided to come up with a concept. The concept was a vehicle of self-definition for the movement. After that, we built a prototype. Our first prototype was successful at streaming in some Twitter feeds, getting some pictures and some videos, but what it lacked was being a vehicle of self-definition for the movement. So what we needed to aggregate was just raw content. We needed to show what the mainstream media was missing. We wanted to show how much was actually going on, how much content there actually was. So we came out with our next prototype. A site that didn't quite fit the normal page layout. It broke the scrolling and conceptual design of what is going on and brought as much content as we could find from all over and brought it on one source that people could see live, up-to-date information of what's going on. And you can see we have Twitter feeds on the left there. Time since the movement began. We have a map showing all the check-ins on Foursquare across the US, and a map below that that shows all the events that are taking place in the world. We're streaming live video from both YouTube and Vimeo, and we're also bringing in headlines from mainstream media and not so mainstream media. And this was our way of giving a voice of self-definition. So that's where we are now. We started about 2 weeks ago. It's been a long process, and we've been very busy during the whole mix. But we've hit some ceilings. Right now, we're a team of individuals at Boulder Digital Works working with Fearless as our client to build this project. And we're looking for back-end developers for help, people who are passionate about information, and people who just want to give us some feedback and help. Yes, so questions?
Part of self-definition is actual definition, and I get the collage and I'm putting all this data together, but can you do anything to help define what the movement is, or isolate the influencers or leaders of the movement, so that when someone who's outside of the movement, those literally people you spoke about, gets in front of your site, they don't see what seems sort of overwhelming in terms of information splashing?
Well, we've thought about giving, recognition to someone who's very influential, right, in the movement, and it's very difficult to be unbiased and sort of organize the data to show a movement. So we just sort of try to be as transparent as possible. We do realize that trying to give a definition is very difficult. And right now we're just looking at the data, looking what we can stream, and just sort of make sense from it from there.
Any other questions? Silence, that's over the room. Yeah.
What technology have you done with?
Primarily front-end development, just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So our back-end development is in very rough shape, non-existent. If you go to the site now, it takes a day to load, so do your laundry, come back next week and figure it out. So right now, that's sort of what we're working on, is increasing the load speed and just moving from there, getting a lot of visual data up.
Over here, we have a question?
Yeah, so in terms of, I mean, I frankly am one that is, well, as you can probably tell by my mom, pretty liberal. I like the idea of the fact that the movement may not be trying to over-define itself too early. So I understand the media idea of doing that. I'm not sure it's necessary personally. But the question I have is, with all of that in mind, because you seem to be playing to me as your constituent, like you want to see what's going on. You don't need a definition. How the hell do you market it when you've got a media that needs definition? I mean, I don't know the answer.
They're students. They don't have to market anything.
Well,
That's the whole point. It goes from the ground up. Question in the back.
oh. How do you get the word out then? How about
Well, right now, we're just,
Wait. We've got to wait. We talked about it earlier. What do we want everybody to do?
we want you guys to get involved.
Did everybody tweet occupationalist.org? If not, please do so. Go ahead.
I just have a small comment. I guess I come from a perspective where I'm not very aware of what movements against work. Actually, I'm a total outsider, and I found your site just visually, it makes a lot of sense, and I think it does accomplish a lot of the goal that I heard you describing. So from my perspective, I think it is useful.
Great, thank you.
That was a plant, by the way. I'll give you $5.
Just super quick, who else is doing this, and then how do I use this to contact Occupy Oakland or Occupy Wall Street or Occupy Lisbon? How do I use your guys' site to do connecting Facebook?
Well, right now we're still trying to work out the kinks. It's been 2 weeks, but our communication right now has been just planting the information and then using our Twitter platform, or not platform, just using our @Occupationalist to communicate with other networks.
We have time for one more question. Anybody else? I see other hands. Over here. Oh, sorry. Go.
Does it make money or sustain itself at some point, or because hippies are very bad customers?
So it does. That's the good news. They are bad customers, and we're not trying to monetize it at all right now.
And we're not
At all.
Speak for yourself. That was great. Thank you.
Sure.